Good shot at the net. Hyper X Dragon, he's got long range sniper as one of the abilities, hitting 2 long range shots already. Couple demos gonna go back and forth here. Hyper White Chicken playing a much better series. Now they're looking for bodies as well, finding demos left and right. That shot's gonna be denied on that left side of that post as well. As you said, Game 1 is almost always a feeling out game. This is a significantly different team from Game 1.
Yeah, and I think that comes to the Wildcats also giving a little bit more respect now that they realize that Hyper Wide Chicken is on that offensive when the ball is in their hands. They're leaving Tinny back farther a little more is one thing I've noticed. They're not going in for as many 3-man plays, which, yes, it got them a lot of goals, but it was also the reason Hyper Dragon got that goal, but Fernley coming right back at them, tying it up 1-1, and with another beautiful passing play off the post there.
Yeah, unselfishness being rewarded very, very much so. Hyper Wide Chicken, it's going to be a 1-1 game now. They had that lead for a little bit. Eastview, though, we knew they were going to come back storming. They find that equalizing goal now. Going to be back toward that orange end. Hyper Wide trying to figure out something here. Great second touch from Bandit. Is there a teammate to follow? There is. Going to find the follow. That's going to be a beautiful goal. Tic-tac-toe, backboard, and back of the net. And just like that, they will take back their 1-goal lead over Eastview.
Yeah, and it only takes a fraction of a second, and that is the key in Rocket League. 15 seconds off the kickoff there, and Hyper Dragon finds the second of the game, or his second of the game, as they're now back to this lead and can kind of go back to playing a little bit more defense, but at the same time, 1 goal in Rocket League. We say it all the time. You can see how close Fernley was to that one. And off the rebound, it's Tiger Lilies for the second, his second of the series, tying it back up at 2-2. And once again, 2-2, 222 on the scoreboard. We've been in this situation a lot recently, Jobin.
I know, it's kind of weird. A whole lot of twos and a whole lot of defense, at least showing up in this game. Hyper Wide has played a much better game than the previous time. They're getting it done on offense, finding these defensive chances. Oh, a little floater on the goal line, though. Tiger Lilies picking up their second goal of the game. They're going to steal that lead back away from Hyper Wide. 2 goals in 12 seconds, exactly what the doctor ordered for them. A little bit of bar down action as well.
Yeah, if it was me, it would have went straight off that crossbar, but these players a lot more talented than me. Coming in, Eastview now taking the lead for the first time in this game, and keep in mind, they're 1 game away from winning this grand finals. They are looking to take this lead, roll with it, try to make it as large as possible, try to get into a more comfortable state like they were last game. But it's going to be hard. Hyper Wide Chicken giving some serious resistance this game.
Yeah, they got to be careful with this ball, though, in front of the net. Tiger Lilies, that's going to be 3 unanswered, 3 in a row, and a hat trick on the game. 2 hat tricks in back-to-back games for this series so far. That's going to be exactly what Eastview was looking for. They want to close out this grand final as soon as possible. Now they're going to hold that 2-goal advantage. Hyper Wide Chicken going to have to figure something out. They've gotten it done a couple times this game already. Going to have to dig a little bit deeper, though, and try to ride this one out strong.
Tinny tries to find a good shot there, but Hyper Dragon in place for that save. Going to challenge it out back towards this other side. Christ the King, Hyper Wide Chicken here. They need to come back sometime in this minute and a half, because now you're 2 goals down at the snap of a finger, and you gotta flip this back in your favor. 1:25 coming down on the clock. And the Wildcats, I mean, 2 hat tricks in 2 games on 2 different players as well. That shows just how well-rounded that offense is. Doesn't matter who passes, doesn't matter who's taking the shot. You know it's going to hit the back of the net so often there.
Yeah, Hyper Wide, this ball going back to that blue end now. Great passing play over the middle, just not going to be quite converted there. This ball going to be taken to that orange side. Demo going to be found by Bandit. Trying to find the goal as well. Great double demo. Ball off the crossbar, not going to find its way into the net. One more shot toward the net post, going to kick that one aside. Hyper so close to finding that goal they desperately needed. The door being shut repeatedly inside, and that was a great attempt by Tinny there, riding that one across that goal line. Not able to convert. 35 seconds left. Bugged Hyper Wide has had so many great chances. Just getting denied. They will end up converting, though. 34 seconds to play. Big Butter Bandit going to get them on the board. Now they have 34 seconds to make or break this series. That is exactly what they needed, though. They have just enough time to make something happen.
BMX Big Butter Bandit had a bit of a slow series to start, but coming back 34 seconds now for Hyper Wide Chicken. You've only got to find one goal, and you've been having so much success this game. It's the battle of the creases right now. I feel like every time we take a look at the ball here, it's so close to one of these nets, and there's 3-4 players just battling it out. This ball has not had the time to, get a lot of long shots off. It's been a lot of close quarters shots here towards the net. 5 seconds left. This is for the grand finals here in the high school division. The Wildcats, it's gonna fall, and Eastview Wildcats are your champions today.
Yeah, they are your OFSCA champions. They played a great series. We saw that second game as well, especially Christ the King putting up such a fight, especially compared to that first game. That's the beautiful thing about having winner's advantage, though. Walking with that 1-0 series lead, it kind of gives you that feel-out game.
Yeah.
They took full advantage, and they never looked back after that.
Yeah, it really, I mean, it's called game advantage for a reason. You come in and, the Wildcats really only having to play a best of 3 there, essentially, unless Hyper Wide Chicken was going to take them all the way to that game 5. And granted, after that feel-out first game, like we talked about.
The first minute, really, honestly, too.
Yeah, truthfully. The later half of that game was a lot stronger from Hyper Wide Chicken as well. But, I mean, they come in, they give resistance in that last game, but, the Wildcats, They rallied back. Hyper Wide Chicken had the lead for half of that game. They come back with 2 quick ones from the Wildcats, and they sail with that lead all the way to the trophy. Yeah, Hyper
Wide Chicken was doing a great job of getting those long-range shots and finding those goals. It just felt like the other side, or Eastview rather, they had a little bit more of set passing plays. They found a couple great second touches off the backboard, a couple great passes over the middle that were very, very hard to save at any level, and just Hyper Wide just couldn't find quite the goals. But as you said, that series got better and better as it went on. Just a shame they didn't have that first game to try to maybe swing the series back in their favor, but that's the beautiful thing about being that winter final.
Yeah, so that is going to be it for our high school series. The Eastview Wildcats taking that one. We're going to be back in a little bit with another one of these brackets here. I believe the middle school one is next, if I'm correct. So that we will be back with that, and we will have your teams as well sometime in the break screen. So definitely do not want to miss that. We will be back in just a short while. Skirmish here up in front of the net. Burnley going to have to keep it in this Hyper Wide Chicken side. I think we might just have to start calling them CTK for speed's sake, but it's Tinney to find that first goal flying right over that defender, and he's going to plant that firmly in the back of the net.
Yeah, his name might be 0-0, but this game is our game advantage. Now going to get on the board nice and early. Going to feel very, very good for this team. Now, Christ the King going to have to find some way to get back in this thing.
Yeah, and it looks like the Wildcats might have already found another one. Fernley almost right off the kickoff. Look at that pass right to the center there, and Fernley is perfectly in line. Looking to move into this corner position. No one from the Wildcats really coming to contest it too deep, but that could be an open one for the Wildcats. Fernley.
Right place, right time, finding his second goal of the game there, and Eastview has got to be feeling good about this start. Nice little skirmish in front of the net there. That second member just not quite able to make.
3 goals down already, and the momentum is not stopping from the Wildcats. Hyper Wide Chicken, though, they're going to have to play some good defense to stop this barrage of goals from coming in.
Yeah, that was a great play. Second touch off the wall there. That was an absolutely picture-perfect pass, skating it by that defender, Tinney. Going to be there to knock that one in once again. That
the Wildcats have been finding all game.
Yeah, they've done a much better job the last 30 seconds of kind of controlling that ball a little bit more, trying to get those outlet passes going. That one's going to go in front of the crease, though. Second member going to be there. Second touch will be found. Firmly going to end up in the net. That's going to be a hat trick. First one of the day. Potentially we might see more going on. Eastview, though, has a 5-0 lead. They are feeling good, and hey, you're going to get rewarded when you crash the net just start.
Yeah, and it's really just this 2-man and sometimes 3-man offense that comes through from the side of the Wildcats. We're already seeing another one just sail it straight in from the skies. That's going to be the first goal here for Tiger Lilies, the player that's been sitting back on the defense a little more, but this entire roster, when they find their...
Going into what potentially could be that last game, they might have to be in that reverse sweep situation, but they have a little bit of time still to try to get some positive momentum going. Shot going to go toward that net. Chopper is going to end up going in. Hyper Dragon going to finally break through the scorecards for Bugged Hyper Wide Chicken. Now we have a 6-1 ball game on our hands.
Yeah, for what it is, the bouncer down the middle is good. Straightly, though, on the other side of that, he's right in position to keep this pressure going. We're going to see Tinny over there. It's going to fly straight over him. Tinny not there in time. Hyper Dragon going to find the second goal of the series for Bugged Hyper Wide Chicken here. That is going to be 1-0, taking the lead for the first time here as well. A little more is one thing I've noticed. They're not going in for as many three-man plays, which, yes, it got them a lot of goals, but it was also the reason Hyper Dragon got that goal, but Fernley coming right back at them, tying it up 1-1, and with another beautiful passing play off the post there.
Yeah, unselfishness being rewarded. They find that equalizing goal now. Can be back toward that orange and Hyper Wide, trying to figure out something here. Great second touch from Bandit. Is there a teammate to follow? There is. Gonna find the follow. That's gonna be a beautiful goal. Tic-tac-toe, backboard and back of the net. And just like that, they will take back their 1-goal lead over Eastview.
Yeah, and it only takes a fraction of a second, and playing a little bit more defense, but at the same time, 1 goal in Rocket League. We say it all the time. You can see how close Fernley was to that one. And off the rebound, it's Tiger Lilies for his second of the series, tying it back up at 2-2. And once again, 2-2, 222 on the score.
I played a much better game than the previous time. They're getting it done on offense, finding these defensive chances. Oh, little floater on the goal line, though. Tiger Lilies picking up their second goal of the game. They're going to steal that lead back away from Hyper Wide. 2 goals in 12 seconds. Exactly what the doctor ordered for them. A little bit of bar down action as well.
Hyper Wide Chicken giving some serious resistance this game.
Yeah, they got to be careful with this ball going in front of the net. Tiger Lilies, that's going to be 3 unanswered. 3 in a row, and a hat trick on the game. 2 hat tricks in back-to-back games for this series so far. That's going to be exactly what Eastview is looking for. They want to close out this grand final. Not going to be quite converted there. This ball going to be taken to that orange side. Demo going to be found by Bandit. Trying to find the goal as well. Great double demo. Ball off the crossbar. Not going to find its way into the net. One more shot toward the net. Post going to kick that one aside. Hyper so close to finding that goal. The attempt by Tinny there, riding that one across that goal line. Not able to convert. 35 seconds left. Bugged Hyper Wide has had so many great chances. Just getting denied. They will end up converting, though. 34 seconds to play. Big Butter Bandit going to get them on the board. Now they have 34 seconds to make or break this series. That is exactly what they needed, though. They have just enough time.
Dermish here up in front of the net. Burnley going to have to keep it in this Hyper Wide Chicken side. I think we might just have to start calling him CTK for speed's sake, but it's Tinny to find that first goal, flying right over that defender, and he's going to plant that firmly in the back of the net.
Yeah, his name might be 0-0, but this game is our game advantage. Now going to get on the board nice and early. Going to feel very good for this team. Now, Christ the King going to have to find some way to get back in this thing.
Yeah, and it looks like the Wildcats might have already found another one. Fernley almost right off the kickoff. Look at that. Welcome into, once again, Game 2 here. This time, we've got the Holy Family Cardinals coming in from that loser's side against the St. Anne's No Name, the, a symbol of Canadian pride, really.
It's right.
The No Names here, as they're coming in with that game advantage. This time, Skyline Slays on the goal line there. We got Turtle Soot to come in. I believe that's Lynx Snipes to round out the team. It's going to be a close one down the middle here. Lynx, or it's Turtle Suit to find that first one. Absolutely starting this one off strong. Once again, we've got another game with a goal in the first 30 seconds here.
Exactly. That's how Rocket League starts. You either get a goal in the first 5 seconds or no one scores for the first couple minutes of the game. This is going to be the middle school grand final. I don't believe there's any rank disparity or any, like the other game, how it was like Platinum Minus. Should be any ranks, all skill levels welcome for this one. St. Anne's, though, opening things up. That figure shrouded in mystery, that hooded individual being their picture there. They're taking that early 1-0 lead. Skyline Slays trying to play this one out of that back crease. The orange side, though, trying to bury this ball and try to even this game up. Once again, starting on that loser side, going to make things a little bit trickier for you, but Hyper Wide was able to fight back through it, almost make a series out of it, so we should not be expecting any less from these two teams.
Yeah, and it's, now that Holy Family, they found the lead, they're taking it a little slower, but still going to try and get these offense started. You see them flying into the air there. There's a lob, a little bit to the corner. Lynx Snipes to try and clear it out. On the side of Holy Family, now that we've seen their names a little bit more, we've got HFW Esports. Gonna assume that's like a team account they've got there, possibly. Yeah. And then Mastermind as a third player, but it's Lynx gonna snipe one from half there. That's 2-0. Lynx Snipes really putting their name, putting the snipes into their name there.
Yeah, making his name shown there too. And I believe I saw a 519. Maybe we have a fellow Windsor member as well in there somewhere. So lots of Canadian representation this week across the channel between Nationals and now the OFSCA. So great to get all these awesome esports teams on broadcast for the first time, especially being this young. I wish I could have played on stream when I was that age. That shot very, very close to the net. Lynx Snipes almost putting in a second goal of the game there. Now Holy Family trying to get this one back the other way. Great little second touch to keep that ball posted up in the crease. Lynx Snipes, though, going to be the one to try to clear this ball away. Maybe going to try to take to the skies there as well. Great contest there by that orange side. Holy Family trying to get back on the board here. They are down a game. They are down 2 goals. They got lots of time to fight, but they are still being threatened on by the no-names.
Yeah, Skyline has a very, very close one there. It's just barely going to bounce off of that post. Turtle Soot going to have to clear it out. Skyline is waiting in that net. Turtle Soot finding one all the way from the other side of the pitch here. Look at that one. Nice 50-kilometer shot. Just makes it over that defender and off of the post. 3-0. St. Anne, no names. Once again, that team coming out of winners showing us exactly why.
Yeah, Skyline just wanted a front row seat for the goal. That's why back in the net, making sure nothing was going to go awry either. Maybe it was there for that second touch. Oh, second touch for this. Great save across the crease there. Mastermind going to knock that one away. Turtle Soot going to pick up the demo for their trouble, though. This ball careening up in front of this orange side. Second touch going to go through Turtle Soot. Trying to bury this one. The follow's going to be good, though. Skyline from off screen into the back of the net. That's going to be a 4-0 lead for St. Anne's No Names early on, and they are feeling good.
Skyline Slays coming all the way from the back there. Just gonna put that one straight in off the pass. 4-0 now, and no sign of slowing down. Holy Family Cardinals having hard time on this defense with some of these crazy shots that St. Anne's has been putting down. Now, slowed down off the kickoff a little bit here. We had almost no play on that ball in the corner for a sec, but these teams just trying to set up. You see a few of them going around, getting that boost back up. We see Turtle here, 100 boost ready to try and make this play, try and make it 5-0 here. Lynx Snipes getting right up in the defender's face there, but still can't set it up around the middle just yet, but refilling that boost to try and get it started.
Yeah, that's a great pass off that wall, and this is kind of similar to what we saw that first game. We saw a litany of goals kind of in that early mid-section of the game. Then the game kind of slowed down a bit. Maybe Holy Family starting to dig those heels in, try to get tight defensively. Just as I say that, though, that's going to be another hat trick. 3rd game in a row. Turtle Soot going to be the one there. Has that Brazil flag, trying to put up that Brazil scoreline. Holy Family just got to figure out some way to find maybe a goal or two this game and try to take that one into the next game and keep this series rolling.
Yeah, Holy Family having a tough time getting started, but we saw how Hyperwide was able to take that adjustment game last series. The only tough part was, you know, St. Anne already starting with that game advantage and starting with so much momentum. Rocket League, very momentum-based game. Skyline from the corner goes out to the middle. Turtle Soot just barely misses that angle. It's going to send wide. Here's another opportunity for Link Snipes to maybe find a snipe here, but he's going to take it out into the corner. Seems they really like this setup from the corner. Just send it down mid. You see Turtle Soot coming in for that second touch. We've got 3 offensive players in this orange side. Possibly something Holy Family could take advantage of when we see them getting close to the net here. Off the crossbar. Link Snipes just barely saving that for his team, keeping that shutout alive. Turtle Soot tries to chip one out to the corner. Just goes a little bit too wide on that post.
Holy Family so close to finally burying that one, and that one's going to careen around that corner into the back of the net. Skyline Slays going to be the one to find that goal there. Holy Family still trying to find their first goal. St. Anne's really putting it on them right now. Game 2 looking like it's not going to go the way of Holy Family, but luckily they will be able to regain, retool, and come back in the next game and try to set up this reverse sweep.
Yeah, with that timer ticking away at them, St. Anne's has all but closed out this game. It's just going to be waiting for that 30 seconds to come through. I mean, 6 goals in 30 seconds. That's just sometimes just a little bit too hard to try and make happen, but we're really just playing it off in this blue side here. Holy Family trying to find something before this timer runs out, but St. Anne's is not ready to stop just yet. Link Snipe, there's the setup to Turtle Soot. The classic pass we've seen from them all game here. Just take your time, set that one up, and guarantee yourself that goal. Yeah, when that ball's hanging up in that net like a pop fly, it can be so difficult to get a read on. Great second touch there. Turtle Soot finding their 4th goal of the game, showing off the offensive prowess so far. The Cardinals still looking to get on the board for the first time. They have a couple seconds to maybe make something work here, but in all likelihood, it will end up being this 7-0 finish. The No Names took that first game. They take game 2 in convincing fashion, but we have the rest of a series to be played out, and Rocket League can switch on a dime. Yeah, and I mean, those setups from the sky, they're hard to deal with. Yeah. I mean, you're seeing this ball come down very, very slowly, so you don't know exactly when that attacker is going to come in and actually try to hit that ball, try to take that pass. Not only that, but it's right in the center of the net, and there's like 360 degrees of angles that ball could go. It's really hard on the defenders, and great setups from the No Names there to be able to just kind of utilize that and, you know, really use it as a cornerstone of their gameplay. Yeah, we saw the Cardinals get a couple really good chances. Again, talking about the counterattack. When a team kind of knows they might have the advantage, they play super, super aggressive, but there is a way to play around that. You can find that hole in the armor. We saw Hyperwide do it in that first series. They were able to find a couple goals as the games went on. Now going to be on the Cardinals to try to fight back in this one and get it going. Yeah. Now 10 seconds into this game. I was about to say we haven't seen a goal, but Link Snipes gonna make me have to rethink that one, as it's 11 seconds in, or 18 from before that kickoff, and he is gonna find that one. Now 1-0 once again for the No Names here. Yeah, they're going to be off to that blazing start they were looking for. Holy Family might be feeling the pressure of having to pull off that reverse sweep now. They have a lot of Rocket League to be played, though. All it takes is one kind of funky bounce to go your way, one pass to maybe go the direction you're looking for, and you can find a goal. And just like this, that triple commit going to come through. Holy Family should at least get this one into this blue zone. They can maybe get a chance or two off of it as well, but that ball going to be taken away up out of that blue corner. They're still chipping away at this one, firing the ball at the net back to back to back, and that's how you got to play it in the zone. Get as many shots on net as possible, make St. Anne's make a bunch of saves against you, and just keep that pressure on as long as possible. Yeah, and they're doing it right now. This is something we didn't see too much from the Cardinals last game, and already they've dropped the one goal, but they've switched their game plan up just enough to make St. Anne sweat on this defense a little bit. A nice clear out there from Mastermind. Over, he's going to have to follow it up himself, as number 1 there might be able to come and follow up on it, but Turtle, Soot, and Link, they found the breakaway. Link just a little bit too wide trying to grab that pass, and Holy Family now getting a little bit of a break from this pressure for a sec, but not if Link has anything to say about it. Second goal, second snipe of the game, 2-0 on that scoreline. Yeah, Link, very appropriately named, has been finding these corners left, right, and center, finding that second goal of the game for the No Names.
They're taking that early advantage once again. Holy Family going to have to really dig deep here. They've had a much better time offensively this game so far. Just unfortunately have not been able to find the back of that net. But if they keep getting a number of chances like this, they're able to keep getting this ball into that blue zone. They should be able to find one. No Names, though, still looking to find more.
Yeah, they're keeping this pressure on. We've been in this orange zone now the way from kickoff. Trying with these slow aerial setups once again, and now Holy Family starting to contest them on it, starting to just send a body at that one while it's flying down from the sky. But Link snipes, trying to get this set up once again, following up on that ball. Good save from Mastermind. Back out to the middle. Two St. Anne players kind of clashing there at the middle as they rotate back for some boost here, but we've got 0-1 bringing it out to this corner. Full boost in hand, can really put some speed on this ball if they're able to find a shot.
Yeah, they're doing a really good job keeping this ball above that midfield line in this blue zone. Going to be a nice chip out there by Link. Going to be played out to that opposite side of the field. Skyline going to be the second one to the ball. They're going to maybe try to take this one off the wall. Is going to find that second touch at least. Stall some timeout. Pass is going to go through as well. Save is going to be made by Mastermind. Trying to keep the Cardinals well and alive in this game. St. Anne's, though, trying to threaten as often as possible this orange ball. This orange side, rather. They're going to get it back into that St. Anne's zone. Not going to be able to find the back of the net. That's going to be a nice pass across the crease. Just not going to be able to quite find the angle. Can that second touch be found, though? Yes, it will be. Turtle Soot picking up where they left off. 5th goal in 2 games. And St. Anne's now with a 3-goal advantage just over the midway point of this game.
Yeah, the time has been flying this game, however, with all of this back and forth, but in the end, it's St. Anne's who's able to capitalize when it comes down to it. When that ball gets in front of the net, there is always someone there to follow up for that goal. We see Turtle Soot starts to get aggressive there. Great clear out from Holy Family, but Skyline bringing it straight back in, out to the middle. Link is right there for the snipe. Goes a little too high, right in net here. Backflip from Skyline. Not going to get the angle he wanted as Mastermind now takes it out on a bit of a breakaway. Going to have to leave that ball to Skyline, though.
Yeah, Skyline found a little bit of a bump there. Now going to hit the rotation, sending this ball back into this orange zone. St. Anne's doing a great job, not relenting of this pressure. Second touch found. Can they find this goal? That ball dangerously sitting over the goal line. The Cardinals will knock that one away, trying to keep this game at least somewhat alive through the last minute and a half here. St. Anne's has been threatening non-stop, though. This pressure has been absolutely relentless. They are putting shot after shot on the net. That one going to go just wide of the target. They are doing a great job of setting that ball up over the middle, getting those passing plays going. The Cardinals just need to play into this aggression and get on the counter-attack here. Although St. Anne's, so now all 3 members back on that defensive half, maybe trying to make sure they don't give one up easily here.
Yeah, Turtle Soot, though, trying that same setup from the air. Skyline just barely taps it out from that post there. Link gonna follow up. Can he, though? Mastermind 5-1-9. Playing lockdown defense in this net right now. Not going to let that score go to 4. But with 55 seconds left on the clock, the Cardinals got to start hustling for some of these goals.
Yeah, this ball is sitting in their crease forever. Link going to find his 3rd of the game. Another hat trick. A hat trick in every single game casted so far today. These players want to make their names known. They finally get to be on stream. They want to make most of the opportunity. Link going to be the 3rd goal for him of the game there. 48 seconds to play. The Cardinals still trying to find some way onto the scoreboard. They've had their fair share of chances. They've had plenty of great opportunities. The defense of St. Anne has just held up a little bit too much so far. And I mean, even Mastermind on the other end there, he made so many saves for these Cardinals. Just unfortunately, that pressure is sometimes too much for even the best of teams.
Yeah, I mean, the pressure is a big one, and you know, once you're down a goal or 2 as well, that pressure can really mount on. And St. Anne's unrelenting pressure from the starting of the first game here. And as I say that, the pressure continues. Skyline finds another one, passed off of Link snipe there, and a fast one from the crease. Finds that corner.
Yeah, in all likelihood, that will end up spelling disaster for the Cardinals. St. Anne, they had that winner's advantage. We talked about it last series. Being up that 1 game can mean the world to you. And when you come out and you play extremely well like this, these last couple games, you're going to be putting yourself in a very, very nice spot. Only 15 seconds to play. They're still trying to increase the goal total, though. Ball on the goal line. Turtle going to find their 2nd of the game, 6th shot of the game as well. St. Anne has been absolutely ruthless in this orange side of the pitch, and they have transferred that one into 6 goals, and they will ultimately transfer it into a championship as well.
Yeah, I mean, 10 seconds left on the clock. We are all but waiting here as St. Anne takes 2 dominant games, makes it a 3-0 coming into this one. And as the timer counts down, St. Anne's can officially start celebrating their victory here today.
Yeah, they might not have names, but you can call them champions. They are able to win this OFSCA championship. They take out the Holy Family Cardinals, as you said, in kind of dominating fashion. 15 shots to, I believe, 2 or 3 that game. It was a pretty similar number last game. I think it was something in the realm of 16-4. So they were able to just sit in that offensive end, make their bet in it. They did such a good job. It was just shot after shot after shot. And even the best teams in CRL can't handle that pressure sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, when the shots keep coming, and we saw some great saves from Mastermind. I believe it was number 1 there from HFW. But yeah, it's hard. It's very hard when these same setups are coming after you constantly, and they're very hard shots to save. And no names, St. Anne's there just absolutely keeps the momentum going, and they take that one 6-0 in the last game.
Yeah, that's just exactly what they wanted to do. They're able to get on stream, show off some of that mechanical prowess, show off some of that great teamwork as well. But with that being said, we still have one more series to be played very, very shortly. We will have to get back to you guys after the break. OFSCA action continues after.
Turtle Soot to come in. I believe that's Lynx Snipes to round out the team. It's going to be a close one down the middle here. Lynx, or it's Turtle Suit to find that first one. Absolutely starting this one off strong. Once again, we've got another game with a goal in the first 30 seconds here.
Exactly. That's how
names a little bit more. We've got HFW Esports. Gonna assume that's like a team account they've got there possibly. Yeah. And then Mastermind as a third player, but it's Lynx gonna snipe one from half there. That's 2-0. Lynx Snipes really putting their name, putting the snipes into their name there.
Yeah, making his name shown there too. And I believe us
Skyline has a very, very close one there. It's just barely gonna bounce off that post. Turtle Soot gonna have to clear it out. Skyline is waiting in that net. Turtle Soot finding one all the way from the other side of the pitch here. Look at that one. Nice 50-kilometer shot. Just makes it over that defender and off of the post.
Their Mastermind gonna knock that one away. Turtle Soot gonna pick up the demo for their trouble though. This ball careening up in front of this orange side. Second touch gonna go through Turtle Soot. Trying to bury this one. The follow-is gonna be good though. Skyline from off screen into the back of the net. That's gonna be a 4-0 lead for St. Anne's No Names early on, and they are feeling good.
Skyline slays coming.
We saw a litany of goals kind of in that early midsection of the game. Then the game kind of slowed down a bit. Maybe Holy Family starting to dig those heels in, try to get tight defensively. Just as I say that though, that's going to be another hat trick. Third game in a row. Turtle Soot going to be the one there. Has that Brazil flag, trying to put up that Brazil scoreline. Holy Family just got to figure out some way to find maybe a goal or two.
Just barely saving that for his team, keeping that shutout alive. Turtle Soot tries to chip one out to the corner. Just goes a little bit too wide on that post.
Holy Family so close to finally burying that one, and that one's going to careen around that corner into the back of the net. Skyline slays going to be the one to find that goal there. Holy Family still trying to find their first goal. St. Anne's really putting it on them right now. Game 2 looking like it's knocked
off in this blue side here. Holy Family trying to find something before this timer runs out, but St. Anne's is not ready to stop just yet. Lynx Snipe, there's the setup to Turtle Soot. The classic pass we've seen from them all game here. Just take your time, set that one up, and guarantee yourself that goal.
Yeah, when that ball's hanging up in that net like a pop fly, it could be a couple goals as the games went on. Now it's going to be on the Cardinals to try to fight back in this one and get it going.
Yeah. Now 10 seconds into this game, I was about to say we haven't seen a goal, but Lynx Snipes gonna make me have to rethink that one, as it's 11 seconds in, or 18 from before that kickoff, and he is gonna find that one. Breakaway Link just a little bit too wide, trying to grab that pass, and Holy Family Now getting a little bit of a break from this pressure for a sec, but not if Link has anything to say about it. Second goal, second snipe of the game, 2-0 on that scoreline.
Yeah, Link, very appropriately named, has been finding these corners left, right, and center, finding that second goal of the other. They're going to get it back into that St. end zone, not going to be able to find the back of the net. That's going to be a nice pass across the crease, just not going to be able to quite find the angle. Can that second touch be found, though? Yes, it will be. Turtlesoot picking up where they left off, 5th goal in 2 games, and St. Anne's now with a 3-goal advantage just over the midway point of this game.
Yeah, the time has been flying, but with 55 seconds left on the clock, the Cardinals got to start hustling for some of these goals.
Yeah, this ball is sitting in their crease forever. Link gonna find his 3rd of the game, another hat trick, and hat trick in every single game casted so far today. These players want to make their names known. They finally get to be on stream. They want to make most of the opportunity.
Really mount on, and St. Anne's unrelenting pressure from the starting of the first. As I say that, the pressure continues. Skyline finds another one, passed off of Link, snipe there, and a fast one from the crease.
A nice spot, only 15 seconds to play. They're still trying to increase the goal total, though. Ball on the goal line. Turtle gonna find their 2nd of the game, 6th shot of the game as well. St. Anne has been absolutely ruthless in this orange side of the pitch, and they have transferred that one into 6 goals, and they will ultimately transfer it into
Turtlesoot to come in. I believe that's Lynx Snipes to round out the team. It's going to be a close one down the middle here. Lynx, or it's Turtlesoot to find that first one. Absolutely starting this one off strong. Once again, we've got another game with the goal in the first 30 seconds here.
Exactly. That's how
names a little bit more. We've got HFW Esports. Gonna assume that's like a team account they've got there possibly. Yeah. And then Mastermind as a 3rd player, but it's Lynx gonna snipe one from half there. That's 2-0. Lynx Snipes really putting their name, putting the snipes into their name there.
Yeah, making his name shown there too. And I believe us
Skyline Troll has a very, very close one there. It's just barely gonna bounce off of that post. Turtlesoot gonna have to clear it out. Skyline is waiting in that net. Turtlesoot finding one all the way from the other side of the pitch here. Look at that one. Nice 50-kilometer shot. Just makes it over that defender and off of the post.
Their mastermind gonna knock that one away. Turtlesoot gonna pick up the demo for their trouble, though. This ball careening up in front of this orange side. 2nd touch gonna go through Turtlesoot, trying to bury this one. The follow's gonna be good, though. Skyline from off screen into the back of the net. That's gonna be a 4-0 lead for St. Anne's No Names early on, and they are feeling good.
Skyline slays coming.
We saw a litany of goals kind of in that early midsection of the game. Then the game kind of slowed down a bit. Maybe Holy Family starting to dig those heels in, try to get tight defensively. Just as I say that, though, that's going to be another hat trick. 3rd game in a row. Turtlesoot going to be the one there. Has that Brazil flag, trying to put up that Brazil scoreline. Holy Family just got to figure out some way to find maybe a goal or two.
Just barely saving that for his team, keeping that shutout alive. Turtlesoot tries to chip one out to the corner. Just goes a little bit too wide on that post.
Holy Family so close to finally burying that one, and that one's going to careen around that corner into the back of the net. Skyline slays going to be the one to find that goal there. Holy Family still trying to find their first goal. St. Anne's really putting it on them right now. Game 2 looking like it's not
off in this blue side here. Holy Family trying to find something before this timer runs out, but St. Anne's is not ready to stop just yet. Link Snipe, there's the setup to Turtlesoot. The classic pass we've seen from them all game here. Just take your time, set that one up, and guarantee yourself that goal.
Yeah, when that ball's hanging up in that net like a pop fly, it could be a couple goals as the games went on. Now going to be on the Cardinals to try to fight back in this one and get it going.
Yeah. Now 10 seconds into this game, I was about to say we haven't seen a goal, but Link Snipes gonna make me have to rethink that one, as it's 11 seconds in, or 18 from before that kickoff, and he is gonna find that one. Breakaway Link just a little bit too wide, trying to grab that pass, and Holy Family now getting a little bit of a break from this pressure for a sec, but not if Link has anything to say about it. 2nd goal, 2nd snipe of the game, 2-0 on that scoreline.
Yeah, Link, very appropriately named, has been finding these corners left, right, and center, finding that 2nd goal of the other. They're going to get it back into that St. end zone, not going to be able to find the back of the net. That's going to be a nice pass across the crease, just not going to be able to quite find the angle. Can that 2nd touch be found, though? Yes, it will be. Turtlesoot picking up where they left off, 5th goal in 2 games, and and St. Anne's now with a 3-goal advantage just over the midway point of this game.
Yeah, the time has been flying, but with 55 seconds left on the clock, the Cardinals got to start hustling for some of these goals.
Yeah, this ball is sitting in their crease forever. Link gonna find his 3rd of the game, another hat trick, and hat trick in every single game casted so far today. These players want to make their names known. They finally get to be on stream. They want to make most of the opportunity.
Really mount on, and St. Anne's unrelenting pressure from the starting of the first game here. And as I say that, the pressure continues. Skyline finds another one passed off. Welcome back from that short little break, everybody, and we are coming back to you with our third grand finals of the day. Coming to cap us off here, it's going to be the high school Diamond Plus bracket. This is like that premier bracket of these tournaments right now, and coming up, we've got Christ the King back once again in the grand finals here in high school. This time, team going to be labeled as the Jags or the Jaguars. Coming up against Orangeville District Secondary School Bears. This is going to be their red roster coming up here.
Yeah, I think we actually have a nice little graphic for the Jags at least. So we're only going to have 2 of the members on screen, but the 3 members playing will be Nicholas, named under the name G2, Chicken Main, which is the name Preston, and then Dawson under the name Metavice for the Jags there. So those 3 taking the pitch today, trying to win this grand final in this Diamond Plus bracket. And now they will be facing off against the ODSS Bears red team as well. They have 6 names here. I'll read them all off, give everyone a little shout here. We're not sure exactly which 3 will be taking the pitch. We're going to have Owen Bailey, Braun, Carter Morgan, Bashir Suleiman, Carter Hepburn, Mason Madero, and Brandon Vu. So going to be a nice stacked squad. Have to see which 3 are going to end up making it onto the pitch, though.
Yeah, they've got a pretty deep roster there. I mean, it's not often. I mean, we barely see collegiate teams with that much talent on it. But I mean, if they've got enough people to fill this out, you know, that's looking promising for high school esports here, especially in Rocket League. But these teams are going to meet us on the pitch in just a sec. But coming off of those past 2 finals we've seen, Job, and it seems like the trend is that team in winners. It seems like whatever team is in winners just is having an absolute day and a half, because both of these teams have come in, taken that game advantage from winners, and just swept in 2-0 fashion here, bringing them to 3-0 in the series, and they're able to take that. But here, we've got the Orangeville Bears. We've got Christ the King coming in. Chicken Man's with that one off the kickoff. ODSS starts with a little bit of an aggressive start here off the kickoff. They actually might be able to find a shot right at the starting.
Yeah, gonna get kicked away there early on. Now it's gonna be on Christ the King, trying to get this ball back in that blue zone. Gonna be a breakaway, but a little bit too much mustard on that ball. Not gonna be able to go get the follow there. Gonna be Christ the King on that early defensive foot. Nice little double commit there, trying to pinch that ball back to that blue net. Chicken Man trying to set something up, gonna get a decent little crack there, but the defensive rotations for both teams, even though we're only 30 seconds in, have been solid.
Yeah, for sure. We're seeing the aggression start to come from the Jags. G2 there. And Chicken Man's able to keep it in this Orangeville zone for a little bit longer. Pops the ball right over G2 is Werewolf. Metavice gonna have to follow up on that one. And we've been stuck in this corner for a little bit now. It's gonna take Ruby Zed to clear that one out, or Rubik's. Sorry, coming in to that one.
Rubik's Ed.
Rubik's Ed. I read it as Ruby Zed there with you know, gamers like to be fancy with their name, but G2 doesn't need anything fancy, just a solid shot to come through to find the first goal here for the Jags.
Yeah, great little play off that wall, finding a beautiful touch with that bottom right tire. Gonna knock that one home. That's gonna be an early lead for Christ the King. This is the first time we have seen the team come from losers and have the early lead in game 1. So we're already seeing a shift in the paradigm from those first 2 series where it ended up being more one-sided than those teams would have hoped for. But early on, we've already got a little bit of an upset.
Yeah, Metavice clearing that one out, as now they can play a little bit more of a passive defensive game here. Not when Evies is just going to come in with one from half like that, tying it up.
Yeah, Christ the King finds 2 demos, which normally would spell great news for you, but the third member was kicking around right where that ball was on the nose of the car, slotting that one in the bottom right corner. Exactly what Orangeville was looking for, and man, it is very rare to see one man alive on the pitch and still find that goal.
Yeah, that was super clutch from Evies to just find that angle, hit the back of the net there, because not only now off the kickoff, both your teammates are back up, but now you evened out the score as well. Treat it like it's 0-0 because we're all tied up, and Rubik's going to start with a little bit of pressure into the corner here.
Yeah, trying to get some more pressure in the zone. 2 members are going to bump and go flying there. Chicken Man getting tied up with one of those Orangeville members, taken to the skies there. That ball is going to be placed over that midline, dead even. Going to be Christ the King getting possession first. Metavice trying to find that second touch. Going to get the pass across that pinch. Not going to find the target for the time being, though. Now Orangeville back on the attacking end, trying to carry this one through the sky as can't tell the name. They're moving too quick for me, but nonetheless, Evies trying to get something set up in this middle area. G2 going to be there for that contest, and both of these teams seem very, very evenly matched at first glance.
Yeah, honestly, it's, you know, kind of a different story from what we've seen in these past 2 grand finals. Both these teams coming in, giving it their all right now, and keeping it even all the way now halfway through the game, and we're only at 1-1. This could be anyone's game here. Orangeville, they came in with the game advantage, but it was the Jags to actually come in hot and find the first goal. Now, neither of these teams giving an inch.
Yeah, we've seen some really great chances back and forth. Very good setup passing plays. Evie's trying to play this one out toward that middle area, trying to find that second touch. G2 going to be the one to knock that one away. Rubik's, though, giving chase in the corner. Second touch going to be found. No members of Orangeville able to corral that one in, though. Now, Orange trying to send it back the other way. Christ the King trying to get something set up here. One save going to be made. Clear is going to be found as well. They're threatening that second goal. Both of these teams have been so sound defensively. It's going to come down to who can break this deadlock and find the back of the net once more. Both these teams have had a litany of chances, though. Orangeville on the offensive now. Great save being made by Chicken Man there to keep things deadlocked.
Chicken Mans, there's actually multiple of them to come through. G2 following up after the teammate was demoed there for a sec. Chicken Man's now back in play and right back to the saves there. Werewolf gonna have to send one in from the corner. Orangeville, they found the shots, it's just they've only really found one of these to land. They've got the pressure on though, but 1:20 left. I'm gonna call it, Jobin. Next goal wins.
Well, Josh has cursed at least one of these teams, so we're going to see minimum 2 more goals. Probably not going to see overtime as well. It doesn't matter, Josh. Anytime it comes out of your mouth, we know what's going to happen. Now, we're going to see Christ the King back the other way, trying to find this one over the crossbar. Chicken Man's trying to get something set up. That ball's going to fly right back the other way. Luckily, Metavice was there to make that save. Keep that thing across that midline. Christ the King now trying to be on the offensive foot here, trying to find that goal touch, going to come through, not going to be in the net there. Orangeville taking this one back the other way, trying to get that offense going. Only 45 seconds left from our first overtime of the day. Definitely the most even matchup of the day so far as well. Evie's trying to find the second touch. Gonna hit the post. Not gonna nail that one. That was very, very scary for Christ the King.
Heavy's currently putting it all on his shoulders for the team right now, trying to make these goals happen. Found the first one. That was only his second shot of the game, actually. So close at that. So close to 2 for 2 as well, but Heavy's now, he's on this ball, gonna get demoed by Metavice there. Shutting down that play is the Jags. They're looking to convert this into their own goal. G2 taking it all the way down the middle. There it is, 2-1 for the Jags. Coming out of losers, but coming out strong.
Now, if Josh has his way, Orangeville will somehow find a goal and tie this one up, eliminating his thoughts from earlier, but Christ the King finding that clutch goal. G2 doing a great job working down the middle. They had chance after chance after chance, finally able to capitalize. Now Orangeville gonna have 5 seconds to find this goal. Shot's gonna go over the middle, not gonna be quite on target. Ball kicking back toward that midline. They're gonna have to make a spectacular play to keep this ball in the air, keep this game alive. Ball still in the air. They are still working away at it. They're unfortunately gonna fall a little bit short there. And for the first time, the team from losers is going to even up the series. Now we have a 1-1 tie.
Yeah, and I mean, I think the positive we can really take out of this is that I didn't curse it, and it was actually
true.
Next
it's like
goal
breaking
wins.
the Drake curse.
G2 coming in, 2 goals for Christ the King there. 4 shots on net. The only one who found the shots there for the Jags, and he's 2 for 4. Gonna find that one. Jags now tying up the series 1-1, and we could have a real series on our hands here, Joe. But
yeah.
I mean, those teams look neck and neck.
I know. Yeah, just based off the gameplay alone, they looked very, very similar to each other, both in play style and execution. Definitely going to be our closest matchup of the day. And as we said, we finally have that 1-1 series we've been wanting. Yeah. So we're going to get at least 2 more games out of this one this time. Christ the King looking to pull off what I will guess we consider the upset if they do come from losers. And Orangeville still trying to chip away at this series lead and take this game over.
Yeah, Metavice tries to come in, but a good contention there from the side of Orangeville. G2 gonna find a quick one, 3rd goal of the series, and now the Jags have found their momentum, and it does not look like they're gonna stop.
Yeah, and G2 has found all 3 goals for Christ the King so far, had every single shot for them last game. You can tell who they want to run the offense through. He's done such a good job being the man to finish the job so far. Orangeville, you have a whole lot of time to play with still, but if you're Christ the King, that early goal lead has got to feel sweet.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you're coming out of losers. You found the goal lead last time. They were able to tie it up, and you had to play all the way to the last second, but that's not going to happen this time. G2 not going to let it happen as he finds the 4th goal of the series for themselves, and a nice one from half at bat flies right over the one defender there, and Now 2-0 for the Jags. We haven't seen a lead this big in this series yet.
Especially this early, coming from that loser side as well. Werewolf trying to take to the skies. Their great attempt at the net. Oh, little scuffle in front of the net. Save after save after save for Christ the King, though. They keep that door shut. Werewolf trying to hit that reset, set somebody up. Did a great job getting that ball close, but G2 on this counter-attack is a force to be reckoned with. Going to send that one across that crease. Already has 2 goals on the day in very nice fashion as well. Metavice trying to keep this pressure on in this blue zone, waiting to play this one out. Is going to win out on that challenge. Going to be knocked back away by Evies there. G2 for the follow, trying to find something out of this corner. Werewolf, though, going to be the one to win out that 50. And both these teams, as we said, back and forth. What a pass, though, off that right post. Second chance not going to be found. And once again, G2 all over this blue net.
Yeah, the chance was not found, but boy, was it close. You see the pass, you can see the gears turning in these players' heads as Chicken Man passes it out to G2. G2 taps it up, tries to get the third touch from that other player there from Metavice, but not able to find it. Now Orangeville's found their stride back in this orange zone. G2 is going to be the one to clear that one out, follow it up as well, takes it to the skies, knocked out by Werewolf.
Yeah, really close back and forth game. Orangeville still trying to find their first one of the game here. Metavice going to be there to make a read on that defensive side, trying to get this ball out, pass off the backboard there. Maybe a second member can find it, but G2, I believe, in that middle area, he has basically controlled the middle the entire game, whether it's offensively, challenging on defense. He's going to find that second touch, going to get that full boost as well. You know he's going to be hunting for the net here in some way. Going to make a great read off that ball on the wall. Orange trying to keep this ball in. Orangeville, though, going to be a hat trick for G2. Only goal scorer of the series for Christ the King. One-man army in that offensive end. His teammates doing a great job supporting him. That pass was picture perfect as well. Nonetheless, though, that's going to be third of the game for him and third for Christ the King. We might have an upset on our hands.
I mean, G2 currently MVP of the Jags right now, putting it all out on the field. This game, 3 for 4, so even higher shot percentage than last game, and 3 goals for the Jags. I mean, you find 2, you find a hat trick. What more can you find here? G2, you still got half a game to play here. Werewolf now clearing it out. Orangeville really got to find their stride here. I mean, you're coming out of winners. You're expected to put up a fight here, but Christ the King is just on fire, and you see it with these clears out of their zone. They're shutting down just about everything Orangeville has to offer. Not if Evies can say anything about it, though. The one who found the goal last game tries to take it in from the skies. Werewolf on the pass, but G2 is just always there on that ball.
Yeah, Christ the King's pressure has been the number one thing to note so far. It feels like Orangeville can't really get out of their end, and when they do, they're either getting that ball saved or they're getting challenged at that midfield area and not really able to get those second, third chances, not really able to create those outlet passes as well. Christ the King doing such a good job basically playing from this half line in while still respecting those defensive rotations as well. They haven't been caught out. We're going to see G2 get demoed there. Maybe that's going to be the angle for Orangeville. We've seen it in professional Rocket League as well. Demo the man that you're worried about scoring those goals. Let the other teammates try to get involved there, but it's going to be a second touch. Metavice going to work that one across the crease, passing it to himself. What a play from Metavice. Going to do it all himself. Little self-alley off the backboard, skirting around all 3 members of Orangeville and burying that one in spectacular fashion.
What? I want to know how these Jags ended up in the losers bracket to begin with. I mean, coming in here and just showing such a dominant play and switching up the trend from today, which is, you know, team coming out of the winner side is going to dominate. It's the Jags who says, no, we don't want none of that. We're here to take the tournament. We're here for that trophy. We're here for the grand finals, and boy, are they giving us a show. Yeah, this has been a very, very exciting game. Orangeville has definitely had a few chances, but they're not able to find them consistently. We're going to see them take to the skies. Their Evies not able to connect on that one. Metavice trying to go back the other way, trying to match G2's goal total, get in that column one more time. Only 1 minute to play for Christ the King, sitting on the eve of a 2-game lead. That way, or 1-game lead. That was a very close play. Chicken Man trying to show off those mechanics now. Christ the King having this big lead with this time left. You can see them starting to flex the muscles a little bit, try to show off just a little bit here. They're going to make a save over that backboard. Metavice going to read that one like a book. Orangeville, every time they seem to get close to getting a chance, they just lose that 50, or Christ the King is right place, right time. Yeah, and I mean, that's really what it's come down to. Metavice and G2 are great at challenging these balls. It's going to go mid there, and you see Chicken Man already running after it now. He's going to set it up. presumably to G2. Wouldn't be surprised to see him flying in, but it's actually him to take it out of the corner over towards Metavice. But there is Rubik's for that save. 10 seconds left on the clock, however. Orangeville are going to have to soak this one, and now it's Orangeville, not in a reverse sweep position, but on match point against the Jags here. The Jags only needing one more, and Orangeville gonna have to change things up in these next few games if they want to keep themselves in this series.
At least they're finally able to crack that scorecard. It's gonna feel really good going into the next game. You're able to find that goal at least. We do have to play out this kickoff though. It wasn't a buzzer beater goal. It was the next best thing. Orangeville finally getting on the board in this game, but G2 definitely been the story of this Christ the King game. 3 goals in game 2, or yeah, essentially game 2. 2 goals in game 1. Totaling 5 through our first 2 matches here. Christ the King from that loser's side. Shots very, very even across the board. Much more even than we saw the last couple series. Only going to be 8-6 there. So Orangeville, like we said, they had plenty of great chances. They just weren't quite able to convert when they needed to.
Yeah, honestly, they had a lot of time in the Jags zone there. The problem was, specifically, I'm looking at G2 and I'm looking at Chicken Man in terms of the defense.
Yep.
Every single time, whether it was Evie's, whether it was Rubik's coming in, right, they'd be dribbling the ball, and G2 Chicken Man flying in, cleared. It's that strong defense that's then converted into great mechanics on the offense, great passing play. We saw Metavice able to make a solo play on their own, 3 passes to themselves for the goal, but now it's all on the line here. Orangeville coming out of winners have had a bit of a wake-up call from the Jags, as the Jags looking unstoppable in this series right now. Werewolf tries to find a quick one from the corner. Pass out from Metavice's save, back over to G2. But here, if Orangeville can start this one off, you know, with a goal, with any kind of advantage, right, then the Jags have to start thinking a lot more about defense and thinking a lot more about how aggressive they get, because they do not want to get punished for it. But it's Metavice and G2 right back on those offensive plays. G2, 6 of the series, I believe now, coming in there, making it 1-0, only 30 seconds in.
Werewolf just so close to making a great play on the ball. There just wasn't quite able to get there in time. Orangeville, I'd like to see them come out and play a lot more aggressive this game. Maybe try to make Christ the King think on defense just a little bit more, because we've seen when they get in that offensive end, they find some way to make it happen every single time, whether they're bumping the goalie, making a great pass, or like Metavice setting up yourself beautifully. Orangeville, though, the beautiful thing is they have a whole lot of time to play with, but you do not want to get behind on the scorecards too early. Going to see that demo over onto Metavice. G2 going to be there for the follow, but maybe Orangeville can start the breakout here.
Yeah, possibly. Not if G2 gets their hands on the ball, though. Back to Chicken Man. Chicken Man shut down immediately by Evies, but Metavice playing great half defense there, keeping it in the zone for just a little bit longer, and every second counts here when you've got a lead. Christ the King staring down match point, staring down that 3-1 scoreline, which, you know, comes in as a 3-game straight win as well if they're able to find that in this game. G2, great shutdown on that pass, and Chicken Man's not able to find that follow-up as it was a great bump out of the way by Orangeville.
Yeah, now I want to see Orangeville go for this counter-attack. They find that shot on net. Metavice going to deny that one. We said it last game too. Him and G2 so good defensively. Exactly what Orangeville's looking for. Pass over the middle. Werewolf hooking up Evies for that goal. He was the goal scorer in last game. Going to find that scoreboard yet once again. Just a great shot to that left side. Chicken Man. That's going to be a very tough save to make, and Orangeville is going to be feeling really good about that one. They got some life breathed into them now, and they have a whole lot of time now to go take this thing.
Yeah, the time is the key one, right? They kind of found their stride just a little bit in that last 30 seconds of the game, last game there, but now with 3 minutes to play with, and now you've got 2 games under your belt to analyze the Jags and know exactly how they play. Now, Orangeville showing some resistance, keeping it tied here at 3 minutes. Orangeville trying to block the goal line shots there. Chicken Man, it's off the post, and Orangeville should be safe to clear it out there. The Jags, though, unrelenting pressure continues as Metavice sends it into the sky. G2 whiffs on that one. Could be something, but there's Chicken Man great. The halfway defense has been amazing from the Jags. So often they're able to just keep it and convert it back into another rebound.
Yeah, this half-court defense has been so good for Orangeville, and they have needed every single last bit of it. Christ the King drawing chalk outlines around that net these last couple shots all over these posts and these crossbars. Orangeville now looking to put some pressure back the other way, maybe get a couple shots of their own, try to get a scoring play going. Bevy's going to go over there, steal that corner boost. Looks like Christ the King members trying to take this one over the middle. What a passing play, a bullet down the middle. Werewolf going to knock that one away, trying to keep G2 off that scoreboard as long as possible. Orangeville trying to take this ball out, go back the other way, try to get some counter pressure going. G2 though, going to be the one to play that one once again. Pass going to go across there, that ball hanging up in the air. Metavice trying to find that finish, not able to quite cut that angle. We have a $150 to play. Both of these teams looking for their second goal still to break this tie.
Yeah, G2 on 100 boost here. This is a player who is terrifying when they have that available, able to just maneuver around the sky so efficiently and so cleanly around these defenders. Now takes it out of Evie's hands, back over to Rubik's, but all attackers cleared out there from Orangeville as it's left all to the defense from the Jags, giving them just a little bit more time to try and play this one out. But now we're down to 1:15, and the Bears clap right back. 2-1 there from Werewolf.
Yeah, they're going to be feeling damn good about that one. Werewolf, great mid-air adjustment there, able to find that angle, put some side spin on that ball, find that second goal for Orangeville, the one they were looking for to break this tie. They needed to get back in this series. They are on match point going against them, so that goal could not have come at a more clutch time. Now they have 65 seconds to play a whole lot of defense. They're going to get that demo onto G2, try to slow down that offense. And honestly, I would not hate to see Orangeville adapt the demo everything in sight strategy right now. Try to get those numbers advantages, keep this net as clear as possible, because Christ the King is already trying to threaten right away.
Yeah, I mean, we cast a lot of Rocket League here on the Saint stream, Jobin, and so often teams dedicating one player almost to like demo duty, right? And it works out, especially when you've got the lead. Being in essentially a 3v2 for a large chunk of the game, especially when there's only 35 on the clock. Evie's good save there, but back from the crease, G2, 2 and 4 once again, or 2-4-4 once again, tying it up. G2, just the rock that this Jags team is built around here, just keeping it solid. 2 and 2. Jags want this. They are hungry for this win, and they are showing it in their gameplay right now.
Yeah, you need a goal. Call G2. They have had him on speed dial the entire series now, evening things up with just 30 seconds left to play. Orangeville, you know they had to be feeling good. Maybe got their heartstrings tugged just a little bit there. There's still some time for one of these teams to score a goal. Overtime looming on the horizon, though. Going to be a shot on net there by side of Orangeville. Werewolf trying to make a play here. Ball going to go toward the center there. Not able to find that second touch ball. Going to go back to that middle area. This might be a play for Orangeville. Going to be cleared out by Christ the King. Another shot on net. This ball, though, has some time in the sky. G2 going to be the one to touch it. Can a member of Orangeville keep this game alive? That ball is going to be popped blind right in front of the crease here. A fantastic second touch there by Metavice. Should be taking us to overtime momentarily. These teams want to extend this game as long as possible. They're still kicking this ball now back the other way. Overtime surely has to be on the horizon here. Ball finally looks like it will touch down. I was running out of breath. Overtime is now upon us.
All right, now I can say it. Next goal wins, Jobin, for real this time. And G2 tries to make it a quick one. Metavice with the follow-up. Evie's great save in the crease there. Metavice gets their hands on the ball once again. The Jags are not going to stop. They're not going to change their game plan. Keep the shots running all the way into overtime. They are one goal away from this grand finals win here, and that will be all it takes. They've battled 3 games up against this Orangeville team. They've come out, the Orangeville's coming out of the winner's bracket. The Jags not expected to come with such domination like this, but they've brought us all the way to game 4 overtime.
This ball has been in so many dangerous spots already, just 50 seconds in. Christ the King definitely having the pressure advantage. They're finding shot after shot, but save after save, and now it's going back the other way. That ball's going to be on a loop back the other way, Orangeville. We're going to a game 5 to decide the grand final. Christ the King had a litany of shots there in overtime, but all it takes is one good counterattack, and Rubik's goes flipping off into game 5 there.
And sometimes that's the downside of this super aggressive play from the Jags. It's Orangeville to finally figure it out, finally put those puzzle pieces in place and find their first win of this series, bringing it to 2-2. 2-2. I can't stop saying it every single time here, but either way, Game 5 Grand Finals. I mean, this is something we haven't seen in a while here, Joven, regardless of the league.
I know. We've been waiting for a nice Game 5. The other two series, not as close as we would have hoped, but this one delivering on all fronts so far. Christ the King coming back, playing so well. Orangeville, though, having that grit, that determination to keep fighting. They realize they maybe blew that one-game lead, so to speak, coming out of winners, but they are ready here to attack. And what better way than to cap off today with a Game 5 Grand Final?
Yeah, it all comes down to this, and when these players are back on the pitch, I can imagine the pressure will be on. I can only imagine what these players are feeling right now, but Orangeville, if you keep playing the way you just were, you might be able to come back in this one, or I guess not even come back. The score is dead even now.
Double flip.
Jags have lost their lead. They were able to accrue there after 2 dominant games, and then third game comes in, or I guess fourth game comes in, and it's Orangeville to come back, and now we are just waiting to see who's able to take this one.
Yeah, I think the name of the game for Orangeville is still Stop G2. Make sure he is not allowed to play the video game whatsoever. Even though they were able to slow him down a little bit last game, he still ended up finding both of those goals. That kid has a nose for the ball, seems to be at the right place at the right time, and makes the correct play. So if I'm Orangeville, that's going to be the individual that I'm going to key on this game. But the rest of the members too have been great, and they've been there to support him the entire way.
Yeah. Now coming in, Orangeville starting off once again with early pressure. We saw this last game, Werewolf flying in with tons of speed, but just barely misses that ball. Now Chicken Man's able to kind of capitalize off of that, as Werewolf was a little bit out of the play for a second there, as he flew just a little bit too close to the sun. Now getting their hands on the ball. It's Chicken Man back down. Looks like it was attempted to go to G2 there, but now G2's finally going to get some pressure on this ball, but neither of these teams have really had the same opportunities we usually see at the starting of this game. It's been much more back and forth here.
And that's usually what we see as series go on, especially in that 4th, 5th game. They kind of start to understand what each other are looking for. They understand kind of who to key on, what kind of plays they like to run there. That's going to be a great shot for Metavice. Follow's going to come through. Who else but G2? Metavice with a fantastic job to put that ball on target off of the pass from G2 as well. Just a great job. G2 cycling back to that ball, full boost, gonna outrace 3 members of Orangeville and give Christ the King that early lead they were looking for.
Yeah, a minute 5 chunked off the clock as well there. We're already well into this